Welcome into Paul Catalina's Top 5, brought to you by Flag and Anthem. Go to flagandanthem.com. Use our promo code 365sports. Assistants that will be head coaches in this cycle. Again, I say probably. It's very difficult in today's college football to determine these things, but there's going to be a lot of open jobs and not a lot of obvious candidates to fill them. So let's dive into the assistants that are now, I think, trending in that direction. And one that I haven't heard mentioned much other than a couple of things, but I think especially if some coaches in Texas get hired, he is probably coming. Number 5, Shannon Dawson. I don't know where is going to give a head coaching opportunity to Shannon Dawson, but somebody should. Look, he has done a good job at Miami developing quarterbacks and getting them to the highest peak. He just coached Cam Ward to a runner-up in the Heisman Trophy and the first pick in the draft, and he got a lot out of Carson Beck this year, even though Carson Beck is at his ceiling. His play calling is good. His recruiting is good. He's got a good system there at Miami, and they have a great offensive line, mostly recruited by head coach Mario Cristobal, but he's shown what he can do, and he deserves a shot to be a head coach. Number 4, Brian Hartline. Buddy, if it's not now, when is it going to be? And I don't think, if I'm Penn State, I don't consider hiring Brian Hartline as the head coach and taking a big shot on him being ready. Now, is he a play caller necessarily? Well, he's done a pretty damn good job this year with Julian Sayin, a true freshman who, by the way, has not thrown an interception yet. Has not thrown an interception yet. That is unbelievable for I guess he's a redshirt freshman, but for a freshman quarterback to have not thrown an interception and to have thrown 25 touchdowns. Unbelievable. To get his ratio to 2-1 touchdowns to interceptions, he'd have to throw 13 in the next 2 games. That's absolutely crazy that has happened. So I think Brian Hartline showed that he's ready to be a head coach. The play calling is there. The recruiting is there. He's probably one of the best, if not the best recruiter in the country of offensive talent. And don't tell me he can't apply that to a head coaching job. I think Penn State would be crazy not to hire him. I think there are schools, big-time schools, like if Florida State opens up, they should consider Brian Hartline, because guess what Brian Hartline does? He goes into your state and takes your best player. Jeremiah Smith, okay? He does it in Texas too. Garrett Wilson. I can go on, and Jackson Smith and Jigba. I can go on and on and on. So why not hire a guy who's going into your state and taking your best players? I know it's his alma mater, but he ain't going to be the head coach there. Not yet anyway. Until Ryan Day gets his fill, or they get their fill of Ryan Day. Number 3, Rashad Samples. Garrett knew this was coming. I see him nodding. He interviewed for the Sam Houston State job last year that went to Phil Longo. Now, look, if North Texas, UTSA, Texas State, heck, Baylor should maybe even give this a thought if their coaching job opens up. But if any head coaching job opens up in Texas, they should hire him. Absolutely hire him. That not to mention anywhere else that might want to take a shot with him. But he is born and raised here in Texas, played at Skyline High School for his dad, who is a legendary Texas high school football coach. He is, in my opinion, the best all-around recruiter in the country, Rashad Samples. It doesn't matter what position he's recruiting. He can get guys there. He's at Oregon right now. They know they're not messing around. He can go to any state, anywhere, and get a guy, and he's ready to be a head coach. He is absolutely ready to be a head coach. Now, will he get a job at, say, Baylor? Probably not. But if I'm UTSA, Texas State, or North Texas, and my job opens up, I am calling Rashad Samples and seeing if he's a fit. Number 2, Glenn Schumann. One of the best recruiters in the SEC, a fantastic defensive coordinator. It's his time as well. I would not be surprised to see him wind up with an open SEC job. Maybe even like Kentucky if that opened up with Mark Stoops, or Auburn if they can't get it worked out with John Sumrall. Glenn Schumann is a heck of a a coach to pick up. I think he is waiting around for a bigger job. I mean, he can go and take UAB or one of those open jobs right now if he wanted it, but I do think he's waiting for the right one, and I do think that job will be open this year or might already be open. Arkansas, another consideration for Glenn Schumann. I would not sneeze at if I were the Razorbacks. And number one, Will Stein. Again, another guy who and he's young, so he may have to come and do the same thing Rashad Samples is. Heck, North Texas and UTSA could both lose their coaches this year. And if they hired Rashad Samples and Will Stein off of Oregon staff and brought them back here to Texas, that would be a really smart thing to do. I think Will Stein should be a head coach in this cycle. He could be a head coach in a lot of different places, but absolutely he will be a head coach in this cycle. I'll throw out a bonus who we don't have a graphic for. Kirby Moore, offensive coordinator at Mizzou, is going to be a head coach in this cycle more than likely as well, unless he goes to the NFL to follow his brother Kellen Moore, who's the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. That's going to do it for this top five. The carnival begins now.
Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. Download the app today and sign up with promo code SPORTS365 to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code SPORTS365. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 and up, 19 and up in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 and up, and in Colorado for some games, 21 and up in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and must be present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details.